Hello, everybody. Thanks for stopping by our originally scheduled Wednesday, not a Tuesday. Masters of Beer Reviews and Company featuring nitrogen infused nitro for short beers with Jay Terriot and myself. He's from Louisiana. I'm from Massachusetts, Massachusetts Beer Reviews. And we are going to be also joined by John Danile, which lives in the state of Georgia, and hopefully Gabriel Zelaya, since he bought some Guinness for this examination. And yes, again, this is a nitro beer examination, which apparently nitro is the nitrogen in it, and it's a reference to the type of gas that's used in the carbonation process. This comes from craftbeer.com. It means the difference between the creamier nitrogen beers and their lively, prickly CO2 counterparts. The typical nitrogenized beer contains 70% nitrogen and 30% carbon dioxide, and it contributes to a nice, thick, creamy mouthfeel. So you've all seen Guinness. You all know what that looks like. These are the kind of products that we're going to be putting in our glasses today. And I think Jay has
look,
very iconic brand of nitrogen beer. Which one do you have today?
Guinness, and it's building up that creamy head right now. And the glass.
Nilly, live from state of Georgia. Hello, John and Nilly.
Hey, John and Nilly.
Hey, how y'all doing?
All right.
The interesting thing about this can is that it is 14.9 ounces, and it fills the glass up exactly. So this glass must be 14.9 ounces.
Excellent. So, John and Nilly, which nitro beer did you bring this evening?
I have got Boddington's Pub Ale.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Established 1778, 4.6% alcohol.
Cool.
That was.
I believe it's an Anheuser-Busch. I believe it's an InBev brand now.
Yeah, Anheuser-Busch InBev. That was a good one to get because that's the company that pioneered the nitro widget can in 1992.
And mine's a little different. Mine is from the Breckenridge Brewing Company, and they are in Littleton, Colorado. This is their Nitro Vanilla Porter. Now, they say on the side of the can, chill at 42 degrees Fahrenheit, open and wait 5 seconds, and then pour into the glass. Or if you have no glass, no problem. Drink it straight from the can. But I'm going to use this Goose Island Nautic-style pint glass.
That's to let
my beer. While I do my beer pouring ritual, Jay, let us know what your thoughts and opinions are going into the examination on nitro beers.
I think that letting it wait 5 seconds is to let that ball spin.
Oh, holy crap!
Better sip it down, boy.
Jesus Christmas tree!
Oh, look at that!
Holy shit! Wow. That was way too charged.
You saw it live on the air, people.
Holy crap. That is ridiculous.
Golly. Thank you.
What the hell, Breckenridge? All right. Talk amongst yourselves for about 10 hours.
See why you stick with InBev and Diageo. All right. Well, I like nitro beers. I like that kind of creamy mouthfeel it gives. My friend David doesn't like them. He says it tastes funny to him, but they're kind of fun. You know, you open the can and the little ball spins, and then you pour it and it makes that reverse cascade. I've never had a nitro beer yet that I don't think I liked. I almost bought the Polygamy Porter Nitro, but it's only 4%, and it was kind of expensive for this 6-pack of cans. So I wasn't too thrilled with that. And I said, heck, I'll just buy the Guinness at on sale at Albertsons. Yeah.
Yeah, I've always liked nitro beers as well. And Boddington's is one of my favorite. It's been a couple years since I've had it, so I'm pretty excited about it. There was actually a restaurant that used to have it on draft, and it was really good on draft.
Oh, man.
But I don't see it on draft anymore. Maybe because of the, I don't know, the nitro. It's not the same, I guess, when you drinking it on draft.
Yeah, Guinness draft. Now Guinness draft was introduced in 1959. They used to say 58, but I guess the company did more research and found out it wasn't really 58. But then the can nitro, I believe, came out in 92 or 93, and same thing with Murphy's Irish Stout, which I rarely ever see. And
That's so good. Mm.
Yeah, I don't think that. Go ahead.
Tetley's Cream Flow, which was sold here, it seemed like for a day, and I loved it. And there's the Wexford, which is nitro, but I don't really see too many nitros. I'll see Boddingtons from time to time, which I always like. My friend David didn't like it, but I always liked it.
I don't think that my can is really characteristic of the nitro beer. It was so bubbled up at the top that I didn't even open the can. I didn't even open it. I barely cracked it, and it did all of what you just saw.
Yeah, that thing might have been infected or something.
Because that's not proper to how these. I've had a nitro beer from Breckenridge. I've had a 4-pack of their Irish Stout, which did not do all of this.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right.
Because it told me to open the can and wait 5 seconds. It was going like it was the water fountain at the Bellagio, for God's sakes. It was going a little crazy, but maybe this will settle. Maybe I've got a bad infected beer or just terrible beer for the second straight week in a row. Who knows?
Sorry, I've had the same experiences with beers spilling, and
I've never had a beer like that in my life where it wouldn't stop spilling out of the top of the can.
Oh yeah, I never had that bad of an experience. Well, a few times when I got them too cold and froze, and the ice will make the beer just keep erupting like a volcano. That was just wasn't the beer's fault. That was just forgetting about it. Yeah, that does not look like a nitro beer. I'm sorry.
That's what it is. I don't know what happened to. I don't know what was wrong with this beer. I may have to contact this company and go, why did this beer do that?
Haven't had too many Breckenridge beers because they're really not available out here. They did sell them. I think, you know where I bought those?
Yeah.
When I went on to Texas, I bought them. But I don't think that Colorado company makes it to Louisiana, but I don't know why it makes it to Massachusetts.
Well, my experience, before I finish cleaning up here, my experience with nitro beers up until this point is extremely positive. I think they're some of the world's smoothest, easiest drinking beers. And for anybody to say that Guinness is not a smooth, easy drinking beer has never had Guinness before.
Yeah, that's crazy to say that. It's dry, you know, it's a dry stout, but it's good, you know. But I mean, you might want to get some wet towels to get all that sticky. Yeah, you know it's going to be sticky because beer is so sticky when it gets on your hands and on surfaces. It's almost like a glue. And some.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some cleaning right about now. But I'm
gonna describe mine real quick. It won't take long.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a creamy head, and then I guess John can do his because you're gonna clean up. It's got that roasted malt. It's like bread crust and maybe some coffee, a lot of cream. So think about drinking coffee with cream, but that's like a cold coffee. You know, they have people drink cold coffees, and there might be a little nuttiness or something. I don't know what. It just smells rich, malty, you know, like a shake, which is made with malt. Same thing with the flavor. Guinness is dry, so it's kind of a chalky taste, but not an unpleasant way. The body's medium. The finish is dry. It's super drinkable. I mean, it's so velvety. It's hard to do this video with this beer because I want to just drink it all down and be done with it.
Yeah,
that's my opinion. You know, I'm going to give it an A. I've always thought it was great. You know, like when did I ever not like Guinness? And then some people slag on it like Guinness. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. It's not cool to drink Guinness, but that's right. I don't mind being uncool.
Okay, whatever you say. Not cool to drink Guinness. All right.
No, I mean, you watch some of the beer snobs. I mean, they'll say that. It's like, okay, Well, you drink what you want, and I'll drink what I want. But some people can't. Some people can't grasp.
Guinness is a good classic stout. Everybody wants their 10, 11% imperial barrel aged stuff now. So I see what you're saying with that.
You wanna go into the description on your beer here, John?
Absolutely. So as you can see, that nice creamy head is sticking around beautifully.
Yeah.
It smells really bready. Obviously, you're not getting as much of the darkly roasted barley malt that Jay's getting with the Guinness, but it is nice and bready. It's a little fruity as well, almost like it kind of has like a banana nut bread smell in there as well. It smells really, really good. It's kind of hard to describe. It's a lot different than other beers. If you've never had Boddington's and you drink it, it will be very distinct and stick with you because to me, it tastes like no other beer that I've had.
Yeah, you're right about that. It's an English ale for sure.
Now, when you take that initial sip, you do get a little bit of that banana nut bread fruitiness. Of course, the breadiness follows through. It's very creamy. Obviously, that nitro widget that they use gives it a really creamy mouthfeel, which is super enjoyable. And, the head retention, it'll last all the way down as I drink this beer, which is just awesome. I really love this beer, and, of course, I'm going to give it a high rating as well. It's been a while since I've had it. I'm really enjoying it. The body is pretty light. Carbonation is surprisingly light, but the creamy mouthfeel is what really sets this one apart for me. And then, of course, the finish is pretty dry, and there is a nice little hop bite on the back end, but it's not like a, citrus or piney type thing that you get with an IPA. It's just a nice dryness that you get to really balance out the beer. And I see Gabrielle has a Guinness there as well. So anyway, yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
So here's what I was, and it's still wet everywhere. Here's what I was trying to do with this beer because of what the can told me to do. It told me to open the can, like I said, and wait 5 seconds. Well, again, if I waited any longer than 5 seconds, I would have been
drenched.
I would have been underwater at this point. So I had to attend to that business. And now here's what the beer looks like, even with whatever head is left. I don't know. That doesn't really. This doesn't look right to me. It's got all this kind of stuff in it. And
I don't know. I don't know if I would drink that beer.
I don't know what happened in this one. It was so bloated at the top. It had such like a big bubble at the top. I thought that was their extra addition of the CO2 to compensate for actually not having.
Oh, no, I bet that beer is spoiled. I bet it's spoiled. Anytime you see a can where it's bloated out, that's a sign that
but they're doing extra nitrogen in this style of beer. So how would how would I know that that's not how this nitro beer actually comes? This would be my question.
That'll be a good answer for you.
I'm gonna have to email them and ask them about that and send them a link to this thing and say, go watch when this happens because this is not what the beer should look like. But I'm gonna drink a little bit of it and then probably drain pour this because this is not a good representation of the style at all in what just happened. So I mean, yeah, there's your color and what the hell is in the beer? I have no clue. It sort of smells. It sort of has a vanilla bean side to it. Sort of has a little bit of a chocolatey note to it. It sort of has a little bit of a grainy sort of bittersweet complexion to it. Yeah, this one is not right. This is not silky or smooth. And even when I was done and I came back on camera here and I put my ear up to the can, I can still hear it whistling.
Yeah, you better go drink some Coors Light.
I don't know. I'm not gonna talk anymore about this abomination of a beer. So, not very good. Is there a freshness date? It says. Now I'm even more angry about this. It says 02B24B18. Yeah, B1 hell of an old beer must be, or infected beer. So I'm not happy here today. On the my day was already awful, and now I come home to this terrible product. And good thing I'm on vacation because I certainly need one.
I'm sorry you had an awful day.
As beer didn't help either. No. Anyways, yeah, I reserve. I'm not gonna rate this beer today. Nope.
That's a good idea, Gabe.
Anyways, Gabrielle, you have some Guinness.
Yes.
Talk to us about Guinness.
It's right here. Look.
Talk to
Good.
us about it. We talked about beer.
Black. Creamy. Good tasting.
Anything else?
What else? What else is in there?
Anything else?
Dryness.
Yeah, dryness.
That I will.
Yeah, that's how your review that time.
Same can I have.
Yeah. But I really like this design. White cans.
What's
I
your
like the black ones.
What's your experience with nitro gin beer? Do you have any beyond the Guinness, or this your first
Zero.
one?
This is my first one.
And you are liking it all right?
No, I tried this last year on the can.
How do you like it?
It's good. Decent beer.
Excellent.
My daughter preferred the Murphy Stout. She drank that at the brewery in Cork, Ireland. She said drinking it at the brewery in Cork where it's fresh, like a day old or whatever, it's like way better, you know. But I mean, we can't get that here, so he's talking about it.
So,
Can you taste coffee or chocolate in this?
Yeah, a little bit and cream.
I don't think there's coffee or chocolate in there.
Well, no, it's not actual coffee or chocolate. It just has those flavors of that because of the roasted barley and the
Dark berries.
yeah. It's no coffee or cream. It's just water, barley malt, hops, and yeast.
And super oil black.
super oil black, huh? If I'm not mistaken, Jay, doesn't the brewery actually say that it is a dark red color?
Yeah, yeah. It's like a.
There's no red.
If you hold it up to
I
the
don't
light,
see red.
if you hold it up to the light, though, you're in the shade. If you hold it up to the light,
I do see something right in the bottom right here.
yep.
The bottom where my finger is. Like a red amber copper.
Don't go into the light, Carol Ann.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
that's going pretty good. So, all right, you keep sipping on that beer there, Gabrielle. Let's go back.
Right.
Go back to John Anilli and how the Boddington is holding up.
Just as good.
Oh, okay.
Just as good as I remember. You know, as you can see, that head is sticking around nicely. Super creamy. The bitterness with this one is really nice. It's got that nice fruity note. You could just pound. I mean, it's so smooth. You could just pound these down. I'm having a hard time sipping on this one because I just, like Ron said, I just want to, drink this thing down. It's just so smooth. If you've never had Boddingtons, you're missing out, people. Anybody out there watching, if you haven't had Boddingtons, go buy it and try it. It's worth every penny. It's not the cheapest beer in the world, but it was $8.99 for a 4-pack of 16-ounce cans. I think it's worth every penny. Just a great beer.
I think I can $7.99.
I'll go ahead and give you a ratings while because it's awesome, and I really don't have much to add other than it's just a solid A beer and just the mouthfeel nice, like European style or that ESB type bitterness that you're getting. It's a 97 for me out of 100.
Wow.
Yeah, that's high. Well, my friend David didn't like it, but he has different flavor. He just didn't like it. I mean, I can't try to explain why he didn't like it. But to me, it's really good. Gabriel, give us your score.
Okay, I'll give it 60.
60.
Maybe.
You don't like it too much, huh?
Or 70. Well, it's good.
But what about the beer? What about the beer prevents you from wanting to give it a higher score?
Well, just
Because
forget the numbers. Let's forget the numbers in your case. You're just saying it's good, right?
because it doesn't have like chocolate or coffee taste to it. It would have been better.
Oh, I think it does, but oh well.
Like Left Hand Nitro is better.
That's a good beer.
Yeah. Oh,
Milk Stout.
yeah, you're right. That's a great one. What about, you ever had Wake Up Dead Nitro?
No.
Wake Up Dead Nitro is like 9%. But it's weird. It's in a bottle. You got to pop the cap, and then you immediately turn the bottle straight over, and it pours out into the glass. It doesn't really make cascade quite correctly like the Guinness does. It tastes great.
Huh.
Yeah.
So you're still favorable towards the Guinness J? You would give it the same score as you normally do? What's your final thoughts?
I think it's an A beer. I mean, you know, I like the Guinness Foreign Extra Stout, which I never see anymore. I guess it didn't sell. I like the Guinness Extra Stout, which Walmart sells that. Yeah, draft bottles are all right. Draft nitro cans are better. And those other Guinness variants were around for a while, but they've gone away. I like the Guinness American Lager, which seems to be around Louisiana. I don't know why. I guess Louisiana is kind of a lager state. The Guinness American Lager seems to be, well, it might outsell Guinness, actually. Or not. So yeah, I'm very favorable.
I can't obviously give. I'm not obviously going to give this beer a score because I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want my extremely negative experience on how this thing, not only how it came out of the can, as you all physically saw, it sprayed the hell everywhere, but it's got
Another
no
bad
head.
beer.
It's got no head. It looks like it's got floating particles all throughout the beer. I don't know that that's very. I don't know if that's characteristic of this beer or not, but again, I've had their Nitro Irish Stout, which performed much better than this. And again, I don't know if because it had such a like a big bubbling top on it, like it was big and bulbous at the top of it. I don't know if it was. I don't know what happened at the brewery. If maybe this particular can had way too much nitrogen infused into the beer itself. So I'm trying to look online, and I'm not really sure how to tell if a nitro beer is about to be.
You should see other reviews on YouTube.
Yeah, well, I'm not even interested in what other people's thoughts and opinions on this particular beer were.
Not to look to see if it's the same color.
I'm not as interested, Gabriel, in knowing how everybody else thought about this particular beer as much as I am interested in, is that normal to be opening a beer or to be consuming a beer that acted in that manner or looked like that before I even opened the can? So
another bad beer for you?
Know. Yeah, it doesn't sound like.
So I went on Facebook. Maybe I should call these people at some point, but I'm going on vacation. And I messaged the brewery. Maybe I should really call them and tell them about that.
So you're going up to exciting. Well, I went there. I didn't think it was too exciting, but it was kind of pretty to drive around with my brewing tour partner. But
yeah, I'm going to the Finger Lakes region of New York State. tomorrow, the 18th, through the October 23rd. And yes, I do plan on and we are gonna. Family is gonna be in Rochester for a couple of days, so I will be going to the Genesee Brew House, and we got a whole bunch of other breweries and some wineries, and a couple of different museums. I guess there's a really big airplane and automobile museum up in the Rochester area we're going to go to in there, and they do locomotives, like steam engine rides in Rochester, so that should be kind of interesting. Maybe I'll get to the Glen Falls region.
I was disappointed with parts of that trip. Like, for instance, Genesee Brewery, I felt was like no kind of deal. Like, there's this huge brewery, but they let you see a room where they had this little microbrewery. I said, "Oh, what a deal!" Like, I'd never seen a microbrewery before, so I was sort of aggravated by that. And I mean, I want to see the operations. I want to see the big Genesee North American Beverages Brewery, not this little showcase thing. So I was kind of I was actually very disappointed. It was a good Chinese restaurant, though, about 2 miles from the brewery, and we both agreed that it was very good food.
Okay.
The drive along the lake road, the lake highway, I can't remember the number, it doesn't matter. That was very nice from along the southern shore of the lake. So that was good. I was also very disappointed that I couldn't tour the Taylor Winery. Yes. I called Taylor and I was like, "Can we go tour it?" "No, we don't give tours. It's a production-only facility." So I was very disappointed. Who in the world's calling me? Oh, boy.
Is that Jean-Pierre?
I think it's one of those fake calls. They said half the calls people get these days are like, what do you call it, spam calls.
Yeah.
I don't recognize this number. I never heard of this number. And if it was that important,
Companies selling something.
Oh, it's probably the police telling me if I don't give this money, I'll be arrested.
Yeah.
Cyber police.
Cyber terrorism.
This is the police. This is IRS. If you do not pay this tax money with your bank account number immediately, you will be given a warrant for arrest.
Right.
But I get these calls all the time, and apparently it's everybody in America getting this stuff all day long. That's it, Eric. I like it. I like nitro beers. Yay, nitro beers.
And
Rest they're bad like the one you got.
Obviously, I'm gonna ask the question, but obviously, John and Ile, you are still a big fan of nitrogen beers, as you have been since before we even started this examination, correct?
Yes, I've always enjoyed them. I'm really sorry that you got a crappy beer. That's unfortunate, and hopefully that's not, indicative of the company. I would hope that their beer, that you just got a spoiled product. But yeah, I've always loved nitro beers. I'll continue to drink them and enjoy them. And Boddington's is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, nitro beer.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what are your thoughts at concluding today's examination, Gabriel, on the nitrogen beers, the nitrogen beer style?
Well, that's the only one I had, nitro.
So far, a favorable experience?
Or left hand.
Yeah. So
Those two.
Still gotta get out there and try some more and get into nitro beers.
Right.
Excellent. Now, I didn't really say my thoughts going into the examination, but my thoughts going into the examination are very much the same as where I'm at with the beers now. Typically, I've always liked nitrogen beers. I think I like that creamy, smooth, silky, velvety kind of almost coffee, sometimes like chocolatey kind of notes you get in a lot of the different nitrogen beers. Now I know Guinness has done an IPA, and Sam Adams has done an IPA and a wit beer, a Belgian style white beer in nitro style. But generally, the ones that I've had have been very good, and I haven't had any problems with the beers. So think about it. Breckenridge Brewing Company's web and sent them whatever this product ID code was at the bottom of the can, and sent them a little message with my email address on it. So hopefully they'll, maybe while I'm on vacation, they'll get back to me and let me know what the heck was wrong with this. Because I definitely told them that the top of the can, that the can said to wait 5 seconds, but it spewed out like a geyser, and it was very bloated at the top of the can. So I don't know if maybe they'll be able to tell me if that was a bad can of beer or not.
Hey, did you ever? I know we're about to go off the World Wide Web broadcast of the internet galaxy. Did you ever hear back from those people that talking about using your review and my review for their Carlsberg radio ad?
Nothing. They asked me if they wanted to use it, and I said yes, they could, and they said we let you know how that goes, and I hadn't heard anything, or they let me know what comes of it.
I never heard anything either.
So I don't know if it's a scam or not. The website looked legitimate, but then again, you can hire anybody to make a website, right?
I guess I don't know why somebody would make a scam to use somebody's beer reviews to make Carlsberg radio commercial. I mean, they could have just used it without our permission. I mean, we would have never even known.
Yeah.
It's not like you're paying them to, you know, have them use your likeness and or sound from your reviews. So that doesn't make sense.
They never asked for anything. They just said, could we have permission to use your video? And I said, well, yeah. And then the girl, the lady, just like she told Eric, I'll let you know when the commercial is produced, but maybe they never produced it yet. I don't know why it would be so hard, but maybe they never did.
I don't know. So we will definitely find out about that, and if anything comes of that, either Jay or myself will definitely let you know if we're in some crazy advertisements around Europe for a Carlsberg lager beer.
Right.
Which would be crazy. I don't know what they're going to use from our videos, but anyways, I guess this was generally a good examination. Next week I will be around, pending the band situation and schedule. But as of right now, I would say that we're going to be around on Wednesday. Again, I'll let everybody know if that changes. And I have I wrote down some ideas for some beer examination topics, but I don't really have one for the next following week. So if anybody has any ideas as to what to do next week, I am definitely all ears for suggestions on that.
Yes.
So we can certainly chat and talk about that throughout the week for sure.
Chiladas.
Yeah.
Michelada.
Anyways, we will maybe you'll see, maybe if you're on social media or maybe even here on YouTube, you might see a beer review or two from the great state of New York. So until that time, that's Gabriel Salaya. That's John in LA. That's Terrio, and I am beer reviews Thomas Meadow 75 saying, and until next time, keep tasting great non-funky beer. Cheers. I'll see you soon. Don't drink expired beers, people.
But was it make the chilada picante?